What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we are going to be having some fun. Today it's a beautiful day outside, so we're going to be shooting some guns today. Today we're going to be going over the new Wilson Combat Division 77 Project 1. Now this is a pretty sexy pistol. This is kind of a extreme version of their EDC-X9 or their Experior series, which we've also covered. A double stack 1911 with all the features you could ever want. This one's really interesting because not only does it have the slide cuts and it has a comp on the top, but it has comps on the side too. So we're gonna have to check that out. Pretty interesting recoil spring. We have a very interesting optics mounting system, which we'll talk about here in a second. A very weird front sight. The whole gun is a little strange, but it looks like it's gonna run well. Really, really good trigger, a very aggressive grip, mag well, and it comes with 3 18-round magazines. So we're gonna hopefully see some solid performance out of this gun, but we already have it in the looks category at least because it's a pretty sexy gun. Wilson did send me this for review, and when I opened up the bag, I was like, wow, well, that's really something. They did something with that thing because I expected just another version of the EDC-X9, but I mean, it is, and it also isn't. Much longer version, it's a full 5-inch slide, and then again, 3 18-round magazines, giving you a significant advantage in capability and velocity and hopefully range and recoil reduction over the previous version, which was also pretty excellent. The EDC-X9 was sort of the first 2011 mutant, where it wasn't really a 2011 because it deleted the grip safety and a few other features that people didn't like. And they made a gun that was really solid, really reliable, and it's been kind of their flagship product for the past, I don't know, 5 or 7 years or so. And again, we've had a couple for review, and all of them have been pretty good, so I have fairly high expectations for this. Now, Wilson did send us this, like I said, but it does not guarantee a positive review, as all of you who watch the channel know that. Today we're going to shoot a few hundred rounds through it, and we're going to see what happens. Whatever happens, you're going to see as well.
Hey y'all, Lorraine here, interrupting real quick before we head to the range to thank the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Chris can definitely help you find a do-it-all gun, but what he really loves to do is help you find the perfect gun for the specific job you're looking for. And that is why we love Manscaped. While there are plenty of options for a do-it-all grooming tool, sometimes it's best to have the right tool for a specific job. The smarties over at Manscaped know this too. The newest innovation in their lineup is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. With the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, they've taken grooming precision to a whole new level. Upgraded trimmer and the foil blade help you get the most amazing finish on your most delicate areas. And when you get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra Kit, it also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0. Manscaped is offering 20% off, free international shipping, and 2 free gifts if you use our promo code OUTLAW or visit manscaped.com/outlaw. You can visit the link in the description or scan the QR code. Thanks again to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video.
All right, we got some Blazer Brass 115 grain in here, and we're gonna see how this goes, see if it's reliable with this gun. Get the Vortex Defender up where I can see it here with this very, very bright day. Oh my. I pulled that really, really hard. That was me. Okay, we are way off. Got a sticky trigger, I'm gonna be honest. It's a really, really low recoil impulse on the gun, and the trigger kind of sticks right before I pull it each time, and it's right on, straight on, and then it sticks, and I pull it a little right, it sticks, I pull a little bit left. It'll be an entertaining day. I mean, those are some pretty exceptional groups.
Those are in the bowl.
7 to 10, here, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're a little over 10 yards. And I can cover that up with my thumb. And then I just started shooting this. This is gonna get better, hopefully. The idea is for it to get better. This was my other group here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's still pretty good. Vertical string in there. I haven't shot a handgun in a few weeks, so that's more me than the gun, I think. All right, let's just plink around with it a little bit now that we got it pretty much zeroed. Play with the, ooh. I don't know where those are going. Okay. Well, I thought I had it zeroed, and then I missed everything. Yeah. All right, now we're back here at the 50-yard line. And one thing I want to talk about here, I'll show you here while we're on the subject. This is the bag the gun comes in. The bag comes with the 318 round magazines. And I don't know if this is going to happen to you because this is a review gun, but it comes with all kinds of stuff in it, right? It comes with a extra sight. It comes with a block for an X300 if you want to use that. It comes with a challenge coin. It comes with all these extra parts, including your iron sight, screws for a bunch of different optics. But what my bag did not come with is the actual posts to use the optic system for the Wilson Combat optic system. It has an adjustable optic system on it, so you can use the Shield RMS sight, you can use the Delta Point, and it works very similar to some other optics, sort of like the Springfield Echelon, where you change the points where the posts are, and that allows you to keep using the different optics. Where this optic, I hope it stays zeroed, and I hope it doesn't hit me in the face, because we just have the screws on it right now because they didn't send me the post. Now, that could be a review gun. This box is labeled T&E, so that might not be your experience. Hopefully it's not, because it is an expensive gun, but I'm sure Wilson Combat can fix that if it is. And if I got on the phone with them really quick right before I came out here, they would have sent it to me, but since they can't teleport it to me, I just did it this way. Bro, this is way off already. No. Those are all good trigger pulls. It's got to be the optic. That is a solid group. The gun itself is shooting solid groups, but the optic keeps going off because we don't have those posts. That was my last round.
I see that.
Mag's going smooth. Controls are super smooth. All right, now we're about 15-yard line, and we got some Federal 115. We'll see how that goes. Goes quick. All right. So now we're going up here at about the 10-yard line. We're going to shoot it pretty quick because that's what it's made for after all. It's kind of it's in a weird class all of its own for carry guns. I mean, for guns, because I mean, it's a fairly lightweight gun, and it's not really that big, and it's not really that thick. So even though it's a full 5-inch gun, it's sort of like a 4.5 with a comp. And then the grip itself is sort of like a compact with a magwell. So it's not as big as like my Erebus or my XC or anything like that, but it performs really well. I mean, the rapid fire is really, really fast. Obviously, you can shoot it one-handed if you want. The recoil and pulse in this, considering the weight of this, is really exceptional. I'm going to be honest. It holds group like a much, much heavier, much faster gun. Like I said, it feels a lot like I'm shooting my Erebus or maybe even a Sandhawk in the return to zero. But again, small enough to where you could probably carry this just fine.
You're going so fast I can't keep up with you.
That's the idea. All right, so now we're out here for the second day with the Wilson Combat. We have the Defender XL on there. I sort of feel like yesterday the accuracy issues were due to the optic, and we're going to try a different optic, and we're going to see how that goes. Now, in all fairness, I haven't shot this at all today, so this is cold at 50, and then we're gonna walk back if we hit more, so hopefully we do.
I don't think I did too bad.
Nice.
I thought you did good. That doesn't suck.
So, the Wilson Combat Division 77 Project 1 is a name that was hard for me to remember. It was a little mix coming into this. It looked really cool, but it sort of looked like just a tricked out EDC, and in a way it kind of is. But it also performed a little bit different. Now, the gun itself has an aluminum frame on it, and it's a pretty lightweight gun by comparison to something like, I don't know, maybe a Nighthawk, Sandhawk, or maybe an Atlas Erebus, or something that I'm used to shooting, like when I want to come out and show off. Like, those are the guns that I grab. Maybe I grab my ported Cajun Gunworks Shadow 2. All those guns are going to be 40 ounces plus, whereas this is a lot lighter, and honestly, for realistic applications, probably a lot better. Now, the gun itself has some really cool slide serrations on it. It is perfectly sprung, by the way. That's one of the things that I've always appreciated about Wilson Combat, is that they do spring their guns right out of the factory very nice. I mean, my favorite 1911 of all time is the Wilson Combat CQB, and this lives up to its reputation. Now, as far as the porting and stuff goes, the porting felt really good. It felt like it had a break-in porting, because it does. So on the front here, we have a side break on each side, and then we have dual porting on the top. We have this kind of pointy recoil spring, which kind of makes me want to poke somebody. And the top has serrations for glare, which is nice. And then on the bottom, we have a Picatinny rail that's about halfway. So you have about a half-length dust cover, which makes it look very unique. Hopefully someday they'll do a full dust cover. I don't know. I like the full a little bit better, but for this one, it looks kind of fun. Now, the trigger itself feels good, but it feels honestly more like a self-defense trigger than it would on a gun that would look like this and shoot like this. I would say the trigger was great, don't get me wrong. It's probably an 8 out of 10. But on a $4,000 pistol, I kind of expected a 10 out of 10. I would say it's more along the lines of a 3.5 to 4 pound trigger, as opposed to what I would expect normally for like race guns, being in the 3 to 2 or even 1.8, 1.9 pounds, like in the Staccato XC or the Atlas Erebus. That being said, again, sort of in more of the defensive, like Gucci defensive pistol category, so I guess the 3 to 4 pound trigger does make sense. Now, the reason why it's still at least an 8 out of 10 is because it has a really nice face on it. The trigger face feels really good. It's a fat face and it's serrated. I hate when people make those skinny triggers. It must be for like little people. But the fat trigger feels really, really good. It's straight, and the pull on it is impressive, but the reset is more impressive. So you can see here, the reset is very fast, which is why I was able to pile off those shots as quickly as I did. One of the better things on this gun than over something like 2011 is the fact that they've deleted the grip safety altogether. Sort of like what the new Staccato did, but the EDC X9 did it like 9 years ago. The magwell is awesome. It's like an integrated magwell, so it just feels like part of the grip, and then it has a really good bevel on the inside of it, so it's tough to those reloads up with something like this. The grip texture on the gun is very aggressive. This very frag pattern, which definitely keeps the gun in your hands, and you can ride pretty high on the gun. It has a relatively high bore axis, but you don't notice that because of all of the other features that the gun has to keep the gun flat. Ambi safeties on either side. All of the controls are absolutely excellent, by the way. They're all coated very, very slick. So the slide is slick, the controls are slick, and the manual safety is very audible and tactile when you take it on and off. Then when you press the mag release, the mags come right out of the gun super smooth, which is exactly what you would expect. I mean, they can shoot out of there. If I go on the side, they come right out. And in a lot of other guns, that's something you don't get. And that's attention to detail in which I appreciate. Again, Wilson Combat is a semi-custom shop, I guess is what you would call it, because they have some regular guns you can just buy, and then all their other guns you can trick out as you want. And it shows a lot in not only the looks, but the actual feel of the gun itself. That's one thing that you guys can't take in when I shoot these guns on video, is just how the gun feels in your hand. Now, the rear serrations are something I've never seen before, and they actually work really, really well. The gun is kind of an artistic masterpiece, and it functions as well as you would want a 2011 to. So I would definitely give this a higher grade than I initially expected. The only downside to this gun whatsoever is going to be the price, and then obviously the fact that it didn't come with the optics post, although it didn't affect us in shooting too much, as you saw. The optic posts, I'm going to just forgive them for, because again, T&E guns, sometimes that kind of thing happens. Overall, I think it's an absolutely excellent gun. However, it is in a sea of excellent guns when it comes to the price point of the $4,000. So if you really like this, you're really into this, you like how it looks, you think maybe I'll carry it a little bit and then shoot it on the range a lot, I could see this being a good pistol for you. That being said, you can get a lot of pistols that perform this well for the same amount of money. And right now, it's kind of a renaissance as far as 2011s go. There's literally 100 2011s to choose from nowadays. And I think Wilson did enough to stand up from the pack, but it's up to you. You decide. It's your money anyway. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later. Today, we're going to be going over the brand new Wilson Combat Division 66. What the fuck division is it?
Division 77, Project 1.
I want to say Division 69 every single time. Like, I'm like, Division 69, it's not 69, it's 66, it's 77, it's not, oh my God.